Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. Inshallah ta'ala, today I mentioned the last time we're covering hadith from the chapter of Bab al-Khawf, the chapter of fear, so it's always going to be maybe another week. Inshallah ta'ala, the hadith that we'll take is always going to remind you of the hereafter or the ahwal al-qiyamah, let's say the sequence of qiyamah. Inshallah ta'ala, and the week after we'll do topics on Jannah. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, here he tells us in the hadith, Inni ara, and I mentioned something of this narration last week also, where he mentions, Inni ara ma la tarawun wa asma'u ma la tasma'un. Indeed, I see what you do not see, and I hear what you do not hear. This is the first part of the hadith. Now in the second part, inshallah ta'ala, when he tells, Altat is-sama wa hukka laha an ta'itta. Now the heavens have squeaked, and it has its right to do so. So what is this supposed to mean? If any one of us, we were to get on a ride or a camel or a horse, and if it's very heavy, that animal itself would typically tend to squeak. Or if you place something very heavy, something of a heavy load on an animal, it will tend to squeak. Now why do the heavens actually speak? The Prophet ﷺ tells us, ما فيها موضع أربع أصابع إلا ملك واضع جبهته ساجدا لله تعالى. That there is not a place except of four fingers that a malaika, an angel, is prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that means one of the things that the malaika do is they do not disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They do whatever command they receive from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is obviously from the knowledge of the unseen, that which the Prophet ﷺ has been given from whatever has been conveyed to him. And he tells us, Wallahu law ta'alamu a'lamu, if you know what I know, la dahiktum qaleel, you would laugh very little, la bakitum kathira, and you would cry a lot. Now, the last two parts, inshallah ta'ala, we want to ponder upon. وَمَا تَلَذَّذْتُمْ بِالنِّسَاءِ عَلَى فُرُشٍ. And you would not enjoy with your spouse. لَخَرَجْتُمْ إِلَى سُعُدَاتٍ. You would go to the turqat, the open spaces. لَتَجْأَرُونَ. And you would ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is, you would ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. Now, if the malaika, obviously, whenever you try to read the description of the malaika itself, and subhanAllah, in one of the booths we had this Sunday, a non-Muslim was asking me, can you give the description of the angels? I myself, I was telling him this is a very, very difficult topic, and if you're looking for a 5-minute answer, this is going to be very difficult. But if any one of you have read the description, just the size, the magnificence, what are we by the end of the day? We were something that was not worth mentioning. But we constantly disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where they are constantly obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command. What can we take away from all of this is that, brothers, Baytul Ma'mur, this is a place that the malaika worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is right above the Kaaba. 70,000 angels, they visit this place every day. Just one day, and they do not come back. لا تعودون. They will not come back to this place. When they go there once, then the next set comes in. Imagine for every single day, they're coming and they're worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not only is their creation something beyond our imagination, but their numbers, their description, all of this. So when we compare ourselves, even our size to the heavens and the earth, we need to be reminded that we are nothing worth mentioning. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has honored us. If we are obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He raises our ranks. Now, two things, the last part I want to mention before you all leave for the day, something practical. This was obviously more theoretical knowledge, something you and I can act upon. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam tells us, لا تزال قدم عبد حتى يسأل عن عمره فيما أفناه. Now the slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will not be able to move his legs until he's asked about a few things. That is his age, how did he spend it? In another narration, the Prophet he mentions, عن شبابه, of his young days. Now the narration continues عن علمه فيما فعل, about his knowledge, about this knowledge, what he did with it. Now many of us, we are aware Al-Quran حجة لك أو عليك. The Quran is going to be evidence for you or against you. I must have mentioned so many of the khutbahs, brothers. Wallahi, every time I go for Jum'ah, when I'm about to start, few lines are filled. By the time I finish the khutbah, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, or half an hour has gone by. The masjid sometimes is full from the beginning to the end, and people are praying outside. They know the khutbah is one of the things they're supposed to come and attend, but every single week they will miss it, or they will come towards the end. So this knowledge you have known, you have heard, but you continuously neglect this. So this knowledge, it is going to be, it will be something that you will be held responsible for. Now the last part, عن ماله من أين اكتسب وفيما أنفقه. How did he gain his wealth and how did he spend it? Now I want to just mention one thing, not to get anything controversial or anything. Whenever I ask people, where are you investing your money, or even your 401ks, sometimes people have no idea. I ask them, where is your money going? They usually tell me, I don't know. Remember one thing, brothers, when you retire, or if you're getting investments from this company, if you're getting profit from this company, or the service that you, or an industry that you're providing service for, we want to make sure we are actually doing something that's halal. And I'll give you something from fiqh, inshallah, not to get, whenever, if you were to provide some sort of service to a company, let's give you an example. Let's say you know an alcohol company calls you and they tell you that I need grapes. Wine company, for an example. He's just asking for grapes, no problem. But once he tells you, I am going to use your grapes for my production, in this case you will not give him the service. So whenever we provide any service, or whenever we provide any sort, or whenever we get back our returns, we want to make sure we earn halal, that is, keep this as a priority, brothers. Obviously we live in the West, so we want to make sure any investments or anything that we do, we want to make it halal. We give on our heart, our soul on this. And the last part, inshallah ta'ala, and jismihi fima abla. About his body, how did he spend it? Did he spend it in the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or did he spend it in the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So just to summarize everything, the four things that inshallah wa ta'ala, except for the ones, the 70,000 or qaleel min al-adad, a small number will enter Jannah bila adab wala hisab. They will enter Jannah without any torment, without any hisab. The other ones that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us is, the first part is he will be asked about his age, how did he spend it? He will be asked about his knowledge, what did he do with that knowledge? He will be asked about his wealth, how did he earn it and how did he spend it? And about his body, what did he do with it? So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst those people who hear and be obeyed and who act upon this. Allahumma amin. Jazakallah khair. Subhanallah wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka.